The Melting Pot Restaurant, originally the Littleton Town Library and Jail. Ghost story enthusiasts and believers from all over the Denver area know of this haunted building. Although no official documentation can be found, most everyone who has lived in the Littleton area for more than 10 years has heard at least one of these ghost stories.
Female patrons would come in and refuse to go to the restroom. It seemed very odd. Patrons literally run out of the ladies' bathroom saying that they had seen somebody was watching them, a voyeur, somebody. They swear that there was a man in the bathroom.
I've heard that the bathroom, ladies' restroom, is haunted, that if you go in the second stall, the door will open.
If I have to go to the bathroom or even doing bathroom checks during the night, I hate going down there when I'm the only one down there. It's just kind of scary in there.
The building's location has been a cornerstone since the late 19th century.
The property that the building sits on was originally on the banks of the South Platte River, and in the turn of the last century, the city of Littleton received the first grant for a library.
This present structure was conceived in 1896 through the effort of the Littleton Women's Club, who hired J.J.B. Benedict, Colorado's most famous architect of the time, to design the structure, which was built to house the facilities of the Littleton Public Library.
Benedict had a flair for the neoclassical look. He also had a keen interest in the occult, apparently, and brought back from Europe some manuscripts that were dated back to the witch-burning eras in Europe.
It is told that the young girls who worked in the library were caught red-handed by the head librarian conducting black ceremonies, trying to contact spirits of long ago.
The story goes that some volunteers, some young girls one night, found these manuscripts after hours and actually conducted their own seance.
Supposedly their souls are within the vicinity, but their spirits are within the building.
In 1965, the Littleton Library moved to a larger location, and the Carnegie Foundation gave the city permission to use the building for police headquarters.
In the mid-1900s, the city of Littleton decided to expand the library, so they moved out of the building. And soon after, the police department moved into the building. So this was the police department complete with jail cells.
It was during this time that a prisoner escaped from his cell and killed an officer. After a long standoff with the other officers, they shot and killed the escaped prisoner.
Finally, a little bit after midnight, one of the officers was able to get off 3 rounds and kill the convict.
It was like made national news on the whole, the whole incident.
They say that the spirit of this convict is still in the mechanical room.
During the 1970s and 80s, many restaurant concepts came and went.
Pistachios was the first bar that was in here back in the early 70s. It was a teen disco or something like that.
The gentleman bought it, opened up the building, renovated it for a couple of years, and it didn't really last.
Yeah, there's been 6 other restaurants since that opening.
In 1995, the Melting Pot opened its doors for business. However, they were not alone. Both employees and guests have reported that something paranormal lives within the walls of the Melting Pot.
They all kind of get along with the ghosts pretty well.
That night when we talked to him, I felt comfortable with it.
Do I believe that there are other realms of consciousness and that we don't know about it here in the living world? Certainly, I acknowledge that.
You know, none of these things, they're not malicious. They're not evil spirits. You know, this is their building. It's a historic building. It's on the historic registry. We're guests in their building, and we treat them with respect.
To look back when you were a child and telling ghost stories and how fun they were, and not to take them too seriously.
Why these spirits are still here is a mystery, like the history that brought them here. They will live within these walls for many years to come.